still can't get this worked out. I can't fit much in that frame, can I? I might have this pulled out as far as it goes, I think. Looks like it. Can I lift this one up anymore? I don't think so, because I've taped all that down because it broke. But let's see. It didn't ask me to write a title this time. I didn't want to stand up to do this, but it looks like I might have to. If I stand the camera up, you guys can't see anything. And now it won't bend down that far. It's funny, I can hear my ex-husband's car start up down the street. I find that quite amusing. Okay, let me see. I can't... How many times do I do this and I think I'm set up and then I'm not happy with it and I fidget and fiddle and make a big bloody mess. So that's looking directly, well, pretty much straight down now. That's not what I wanted because I didn't want to have to stand up. So I was going to, I've spent 3/4 of an hour setting this up today to show you some things, and I thought I'd do some stitching, but when I came out here to turn the camera on, it started pouring rain. I'm just having a drink, guys. My drink of choice today is a Pepsi Max. You know, I used to be one of those people, I'm never going to drink Pepsi. It's horrible. Can't stand it. And now if I get a soft drink, that's my drink of choice. Isn't that funny? Anyway, got lots of show and tell today. I wanted to show you what I've been stitching. I haven't had much time to do stitching. By the time I think I tell you this every time I come on, by the time I go through and do the wash the linen, soak them, wash them, press them, iron them, photograph them, upload them, and then I've got to go through, once they're sold, I've got to go through and sort out who's bought what and send the screenshots so we can both keep track of what you've got, and then I've got to package them up. Takes me a couple of days just to go through and find them all in all the piles and put them in the bags, and I've got to wrap them, and it just takes so bloody long. I thought this time I was more prepared. I don't think I am. I really thought I was. I took all these steps, put all these strategies in place to try and make sure that I wouldn't get overwhelmed again, and yeah, it didn't work. I'm really thirsty this afternoon. I picked up these little scrap bags today. I should have showed you the whole bag. They had lots of bits of fabric in it. Every bag had a pocket, at least one pocket cut out of a pair of jeans, at least one. And there's also fabric scraps, and some of them are just scraps. They're cut out bits, they're little bits, they're scrappy bits. And then they had buttons. I'll bring the buttons out. So one of them had these pearls. They had these buttons. These buttons are out of 3 packets. They had bits of lace. I didn't bring the lace out. It's all that synthetic lace. But then there was some really good gems. They all had doilies in them. One of them had this amazing tray cloth with the willow. Oh, it's beautiful. I'll show you later. It's soaking. It's absolutely gorgeous. And this was in one of them. Isn't it beautiful? I'm guessing it's vintage just because of the way it's constructed. I've got no idea what it might be from. But, and these laces were in, like, there's one in each bag. So they're lovely vintage laces that'll be lovely on something I'm making. And I got this, a bloody, what are they called? Carlton wear. Is it? No, not Carlton wear. Bezic wear. I picked this up today. I used to hate them. They're still not in love with them. But my nan had one, and it was left to me. And regrettably, I got rid of it because I thought it was the ugliest bloody thing I'd seen in my life. So when I saw this one today, I've replaced it. So every now and then I think about that one that I got rid of, and I should never have done it. And so when I saw this one today, she came home with me. Right, I want to put that somewhere so I don't drop it. I want to show you this. This was given to me this morning. It's linen, but it is so fine and threadbare. See, the embroidery down here is all worn through, and this little bit's worn through, but it's still a gorgeous piece. Look at it, it's so delicate. It's quite unusual though. I've never seen a doily cut like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. I actually thought there'd be more of you around this afternoon. Look at this hanky, I got this today. I thought that was stunning. I don't have a hanky like that. And these were marked as hankies. I think they're napkins, and they're almost bark cloth. Aren't they beautiful? I think they'd be gorgeous in a needle book. So I picked those up today. My aunt sent me, I think Mum said she was going to throw it in the bin, and Mum rescued it, and it's absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Isn't it divine? I think I'm going to have to keep this one. Mum said that they thought it was my uncle's. It's a bit squished there, I think, but I had one uncle was in Korea, and the other uncle used to go to China regularly. So I'm assuming these may have been brought back. My grandfather was from China, so this looks, it's a big dent there. This looks Chinese to me. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I do collect tins, but I have been moving a lot of them on because I need to downsize. My aunt must have kept her tea bags in it. I think it's absolutely stunning, that tin. It goes well with my other, this is another precious tin I've got. Poor thing, look, it's got a big scratch on it. Look at those, aren't they beautiful? Oh, lovely. What do they say? Lovely jubbly. So I've also got, there's not much room here, guys. It's really challenging, to be honest. I've also got, I bought some stuff off Instagram, and I don't often do that because, you know, I'm trying to downsize. But these items just grabbed my attention, so I thought I'd start with this package from Judith. And what's her handle on Instagram? There was a little note in here, and I've got a feeling I've dropped it. Here we go. Faded Roses Vintage from Judy. So from Judy I got this tablecloth of seersucker. It's going to be a bit challenging to open it so you can see it all. That's about to blow away. Got this lovely seersucker tablecloth from Judy. That's one. And I got this one. When I saw these, again, I've got 30 needle books on the brain. I thought, oh, they'd be good to put in needle books. Another seersucker. Trying to show you the pattern on it. So lovely roses in blues. They need to go in my... Oh, you guys, I haven't even shown you guys my keeper tablecloths that I keep trying to thin out. I've got a tub and probably a tub and a half full now. This is another one I got from Judy. Look at this. This is like so mid-century modern. Look at that. Isn't it glorious? Oh, I love that one. She's got some holes, this one, but I love it. And it's funny, there's staples in it. So I don't know if they're newer staples. They look like older ones to me, just because of the size of them and the way they've been stapled, but there's no rust stains there. I need to get them out. And I don't remember the name of this fabric. I don't know what you'd call it. It's lovely. Very mid-century modern, that one. That's another one from Judy. And then, oh, this is my favourite one. Oh, just love it. Wait till you see this little supper cloth, but look at this. Isn't it glorious? Oh, I love that. I want to make something with this. Look at the colours. I know it's dark out here, guys. I'm sorry. The clouds have come over again. I love that one. That's beautiful. So yes, I'd like to put that in something. Judy did send me a little gift and I don't have it. I must have taken it out and put it down and not put it back. And I bought these as well. I was hoping she'd send me the box. I bought what was left, hoping that she'd send the box, but they've come in this paper bag. These French labels, look at those. Aren't they glorious? I love them. I was very excited about those. So they were all from Faded Roses Vintage from Judy. I have to go back and see what else Judy's got up. Hey, these I'm really happy with these. Of course, you can never get them back in the bag, can you? Maybe I should have done one at a time like I did last time. Okay, that's the parcel from Judy. And then I got a parcel from Nairi. I often get sucked into Nairi's gorgeous treasures. We've got some gifts on the top here. So they were gifts or freebies from Nairi. And then, I love this parcel. Goodness me. Turn around. Oh, there's a dog here. Hang on, guys, I have to help with this puppy. Hello, darling. Hello. Willow! Stop! Stop, Willow. Hello, darling. Willow, leave me alone.
Come on, let's go.
Willow, hero, darling. Willow, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Good girl. It's okay. I know. little puppy, you would have played with her if you were outside, wouldn't you? Alright. It's okay, darling. It's okay. Shh. That's enough, please. They're going home now. You can leave them alone. Okay? It's okay. They just came to get their puppy. Okay? Okay. Their puppy got out and came right up to me, and as soon as I went to pick it up, Willow wasn't happy about that. But they're all sorted now. So back to this. This is my parcel from Nairi. This came a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't shown you guys yet. So there's a lovely. I love how it's packaged. Where is he going? He's going backwards. I love this fabric. I've got a little piece of this left in pink from when I used to work in the quilt store. I can't remember the name of it. Obviously it's an Australian designer because it's got the gum blossoms on it. There's a whole range. It was beautiful. A little card from Nairi. This one's a freebie, but it's beautiful. Look at that. Or a gift. A gift's better, isn't it? This is a gift, this one. Little Battenberg. This is one I bought, this linen. Look at that. Little handkerchief, I think. It's a coarse linen. I don't know if you'd want to blow your nose on it. I mean, it's not a coarse linen, but I think it'd feel coarse on your nose. It's beautiful. Beautiful linen. Another sandwich tray cloth. You know, only a couple of months ago, I only had about 2 or 3 sandwich tray cloths. And I've been trying to collect them for years, and they're really hard to find. And I started counting through mine last night, and I think I've got over 30 now. Another sandwich tray cloth. This is a gift. Isn't it pretty? And she'd wrapped it around these pearl threads that I bought. These are gorgeous. I love those. Beautiful. Oh, linen. Look at that. Fingertip towel or guest towel. That's to add to my collection. Don't ask me how many of those I've got now. It's another thing. I'm a sucker for all this linen. Really, goodness me. I've been trying to get these breakfast ones. Oh gosh, that fellow's getting yelly. I've been trying to get these breakfast cloths for years, and I think I've got 2 now. I've only recently got my hands on them, but this one's from Nairi. I should throw it in for a bit of a soak. Look how neat. Look at that writing. Isn't it exquisite? It's beautiful. When I said throw it in for a soak, I mean, I know Nairi's done them, but I don't know. See, there's a mark down there. I don't know if we can get that off. I'll try a couple of little tricks. Sometimes you just can't get them off. Oh, goodness gracious. See how hard I'm trying not to use curse words? I think I've probably let some slip, but I'm trying really hard not to. Now I've got this one to add to my Australiana collection. I've been collecting Australiana vintage linens for myself. I love them. I don't know why. I mean, you know, most of us Aussies do love our native animals and our native flora and fauna, don't we? But I just love the native ones. So I've been collecting those. I think I've told you this. My son is now collecting the tablecloths. So he's framing them and hanging them in his men's shed. You know, the Australia maps of Australia or New South Wales or whatever, all the different ones. The linen, vintage linen, and I got him a vintage beer can one the other week. Look at this. Isn't that stunning? Very fine linen. She's been well loved, this one we've got. And I love getting pieces like this, not only because they tell a story, but because I find it much easier to use these in my embroideries than the pieces that aren't damaged. I don't think I've been able to cut into a non-damaged piece yet. But at this point in time, that's what I'm collecting most of these for, to use in embroideries and textiles and things. All my precious ones even, that I don't know if I'll ever cut into. This one's a pretty blue one. I don't have many blues, so that would be good for a needle book. I think I keep saying I'm addicted to needle books. This is a cutter piece, but look at, it's a corner. It's on cotton, but look at the embroidery. Isn't it exquisite? Look at that blanket stitch around there, and then that satin stitch. I wouldn't be surprised if that's done with a single thread. It could be two, but yeah, I think it might be two strands. That's another piece I got from Nairi. Absolutely beautiful. This little guy, isn't that pretty? Oh, another fingertip towel on, is it Huckaback? I've got a collection of these too, guys. These guest towels. I got one, I was a teenager. I was only about 12 or 13. I got my first one. I think I've still got it. I can't remember where I got it from. It was probably from my grandmother or my aunt. And I just fell in love with it. And I used to carry it with me. Didn't use it, and I've been collecting things like that ever since. I don't know where it came from. I can't remember. The rain's coming again, if you can probably hear that. Look at this one. Beautiful, very fine again. Beautiful, beautiful embroidery. Isn't that exquisite? Beautiful pieces. It's so fine. Can you see the shadow through it? That's how fine it is. It's almost like is it batiste? I'm always trying to get my hands on these, and I always miss out, so I'm happy I got a couple of these. Always miss out on these when they're up. Oh, I got this. What do they call it? A medallion? Not a medallion, a motif. Oh, this one, I love this. Look at this. You know what? I saw another one of these come up the other day, and I couldn't believe it because I've never seen them before. It was the exact same design, but it wasn't in pretty colours like this. It was in browns and oranges, I think. Isn't that beautiful? It's so soft, this. Oh, I don't know how to describe how soft that is. It's amazing. Motif just fell on the floor. I got this one because I reckon it looks like spider's webs. And I've got this amazing hand crocheted supper cloth in there, and it's spider's web. It's incredible. So I got that for my, and this was a lovely gift from Nairi as well. Look at this. It's beautiful. I haven't done ribbon embroidery for years. Look at that. Isn't that exquisite? There's beading and silk ribbon and is it a cherub or what's his name? I can't remember. Let's pack this back up. Can you hear that rain? We've had rain for days. I didn't sleep last night because I was waiting for I shouldn't say it. I was waiting for the tree next to the back of the house to come down on us because it's rotted. It was supposed to be taken out years ago and the landlord won't do it. I keep telling my kids, if that tree kills me, you make sure you sue them. So I've been asking them for years and years to fix it. I don't want to take it out because it's hollow and the birds live in it, but it's diseased and it's right, like it's about not even 2 meters from the house, and it's lifted the footpath and it's gotten into the sewerage pipes, and it's got bracket fungus on it, so it's very diseased. So I always get really anxious when we get a lot of rain and then the wind comes, because that's when the trees come down. For those of you who don't know, especially people overseas, I suppose, a lot of these eucalypts, these great big old grandmother and grandfather trees, they don't have a taproot, so they've got nothing to anchor them. So when we get a lot of rain and the ground softens up and the wind comes, they just tip over, and they're huge. They're very destructive. They take out anything and everything in their path. Right. So that's my parcel from Nairi, and I think it's just absolutely delightful. Delightful. So last time I was on here, I think I was complaining quite a bit about feeling so unwell and awful and horrible and not knowing what was wrong with me. So I've finally been put on, I've tried natural remedies, I've tried diet, I've tried exercise, I've tried meditation, I've tried, you name it. And I persist. I don't just have a go for a couple of days and give up. Nothing's really been working, so I finally got new medication and I feel really good. I don't feel amazing. I don't feel like I can run a marathon. But I feel so much better than I was feeling. So, what am I up to? I've shown you all that. I've got 2 tubs here I was going to show you, but I think we'll be here forever. So this one here, that's my Pepsi Max, don't worry about that. This one here is mainly all my embroidered doilies and tray cloths. And this one here is all the, except for that, all the linen that hasn't been worked yet or not finished. It goes that way. So that's, I was going to show you all those, but I'm pretty sure I've shown them before. So I also, you don't want to look at the bloody Pepsi can. I also thought I'd show you what I've been working on. As I mentioned earlier, I haven't been able to get any stitching done for ages because I've just been so busy with these parcels and things. But last night, when the wind picked up, I forgot to bring that card out. God, I'm a goose. I couldn't sleep, so I decided to sit and stitch. So this is a piece of Liberty that came in a pack from Beck of So Be, and it's supposed to be a quick little zipper pouch. And there's a blue lining fabric here somewhere, and you get your zipper with it. Where's my zipper? You get your zipper with it. So I decided to quilt mine, and I've done this twice already because I used a Gutermann neon threads, so sewing machine thread, and apart from the fact it just about sent me blind and cross-eyed, I couldn't see what I was doing. I couldn't see the thread at all. So I've gone back with 2 stranded threads, and I was going to do like crosshatch all the way over it, but I've decided to just leave it the one direction because I don't want to take away from the fabric either. It's beautiful. It's probably one of the only 1 or 2 little pieces of Liberty that I actually own. So I decided I wasn't going to do what the instructions said to do. and turn it into this cute little zippered pouch like this, I've decided I'm going to make it bigger. And in doing so, I had to find a fabric to put on the other side, for the other side of the pouch. And I pulled out a vintage napkin. You would have seen these before because I've been using them in my great big Cutter Quilt needle book. So I should show you the lining first. I think I'm going to use this as my lining. I've got this vintage cotton that I think I'm going to use as my lining fabric. That one. And then I got the napkin out and I wasn't going to do anything because it actually had a bit of embroidery already on the napkin. I'll give you a little peek down the bottom there. So it just had this bit of embroidery on the bottom there. And I was going to leave it at that. And then last night I started playing. And I stitched until 7 o'clock this morning. So what I've done, got this old, you know how you see those old doilies, see this one, cotton, very fine, and they're often torn and damaged. And I often think, in my descriptions I say I reckon they'd make good backgrounds, and I've never actually used them as a background. So last night I stitched this one on. You can see, maybe I don't want to take all that off yet because I'll forget where I've put it. So I've stitched it all on into this corner here. There's the centre, that was the centre of it. And I've stitched it with a vintage, where is it? A vintage sewing cotton, because I just wanted to give it a little bit, I wanted a really pale pink coming through. So I've stitched it all down. It's sort of a peachy, pinky colour. It should be just here, unless I've dropped it. There's not much of it left. Here it is. What colour is it? Pale salmon I've used. And I love embroidering with these cottons, but I hate using them too because I don't like to run out of them, and I like to keep them on my spools. So I've used the pale salmon and stitched it. I've done a lot of this pale salmon stitching to stitch down the doily. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stitches, and here I've spread out the little decorative bits to make these diamonds or stars. There are little diamonds in there. I was just going to leave it at that, and then I started layering. So I've got these, I've got this bit of pink crocheted doily that I've cut up, that I've layered on there. And then I've got these vintage, I think these are 1930s, these are from Beckett Sobe, these yo-yos, vintage yo-yos. Put those on, they're just pinned, everything's just pinned on at the moment except for this lace background. The rest of it's all just pinned down. And then this old vintage crocheted flower, that was from an old doily. And then this is a glass button, vintage glass button. And then I put this bloody hexie up there, I don't know why, but I thought that was a good idea at the time. I stitched that on, and I put a pop of neon there because we're going to have our neon up here again. And then I started stitching neon inside that flower there to make it pop a bit. I might have to bring a bit more neon down here because to me, that's going to bug me. If I've got neon there and neon there, I need to make a triangle. I don't know why. It's just what my brain says I have to do. I have to make a triangle for the eye to be drawn to, and you know, I've got the triangle there, and then if I do the neon, I'm going to have to put a bit more down here to make a triangle. So I'm still undecided. I still think I need a little bit more layering. I don't know what. I was tossing up whether to use these daisies. I could, since this poor thing is threadbare, can I put some of these daisies in here? Now, I don't know why this has gotten so big. It was just going to be the back of this pouch, and it's just gone crazy. Crazy, crazy. And this zipper, I've put Liberty on the ends here, so that will, which way did I want that to go? I can't remember now, there's a pin there. So this is pretty much what it will look like. That'll be one side and that'll be the other. But yeah, I still feel like I need to put more on here, and I don't know what yet. I haven't decided. I reckon I might be able to put some of these daisies, these flowers on here. I keep going to put more lace on, but I don't know how, I don't know where. I've got, what have we got here? Where's the end? Goodness. Yes. It's the wrong colour pink, it's too candy pink, isn't it? Okay, what else have we got? I've got some lovely vintage buttons in here. That should go up with the ribbons, I think. This is what I've been using in the background there. Oh, I got these bits of fabric there. I dropped everything on the way out, so I'd probably pick that up off the floor with all the other crap that was there. I don't think that'll work. It's not the right. But look at those. Aren't they fabulous? I reckon they're probably 1920s, 1930s. I've never noticed before. I don't have my glasses on either, but I don't know if you can see. It looks like in there is an iris. There's 3 irises facing. Can you see that? I don't know if you can. It's so dark out here. I reckon that looks like an iris. Like a bearded iris or something. Isn't that cool? So yeah, I've got some, I'm sure I have more vintage buttons somewhere, but I can't find them. Look at this glass one. Isn't it beautiful? And these beautiful ones, I've usually only got one of. This one's very worn. I also auditioned this vintage button. I can't pick it up now, it's only little. Auditioned this one there instead of the blue, but the blue glass one looks so much better. I just don't know. I don't think more buttons will work really. That one's the wrong era, I think. Not that it really matters, but I get stuck on things being from the same era, which can be very limiting. My brain tells me some stupid crap sometimes. Green one. but that one's too big. Look at that though, that one's cool. Oh, what about this one? No, it doesn't work. Very mainly mother of pearl in there. I like those green ones though. This is a cute little blue one. I've got two blues there then. I can bring in other colours though, can't I? Oh, look at this cute little blue one. It's hard to show you, isn't it? I'm not standing up now either, so I can't see the screen as well. Oh, that one's an interesting one. Wrong era though, although it matches well with that blue. It's got that same sort of... Well, that could be a bit cute. Oh, this is another glass one. Okay, here's another glass one. This one's pretty. Anything else there coming up? What's that? Oh, look at this. This is a glass one. How cool is that? I think I've showed you guys these before. That's a nice era, correct era, that one. That one's a ring in. That one doesn't, it's the wrong era. I don't often use buttons on things like this these days. What's this blue one in here? Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. Got a few blues there, haven't I? Oh, that one's of the era too, I think. Oh, that's a nice colour. There's another little puff. Oh, there's a little, oh gosh, there's a little hexie. Little hexagon. Buckle. What's this one? Oh, pick up fingers. That's a nice colour. So I'm also thinking about what other textiles I can put in there. There's a couple of little ones in there that might work. I'm just not convinced I need that many bloody buttons though. Yeah, I'm not convinced I want to put buttons in all of those. I like the glass one in there. Again, that's just pinned in. But what else can I put? I'm just not happy with it yet. Here's some more of that doily that's left over. But I don't think we need any more of that in there. I did think of bringing this, before I put the hexagon here, I sort of put in this sort of like that, but it just didn't seem to work. So back here though, see where I've done the diamonds and the stars I was talking about earlier. In here, how I've stitched it down. That's these bits. See this netty bit? So what I've done is sort of use the needle. So I've stitched these centre bits down first. In here, wherever there's a junction, I've stitched those down. And then I've come back and pulled these open and stitched them down open like that. And then they all sort of create this. You got to use your needle to pull them open. It creates this star pattern like we got down here. Yeah, I just can't work out what else to put in here. What have I got in that basket? Anything? I've got so many things out here, it's ridiculous. Let me just have a look in here, guys. More buttons, more hexagons, little smaller hexagons. I've got smaller ones again somewhere. Look at that. How cool is that? Oh, these guys. Look at those. These are nice ones. Check those out. They're heavy. They must be glass. They're really heavy. They are too. Oh, blow me down. I didn't even realise when I bought those a few weeks ago. They are too. Glass buttons are of the finest quality available. The bases are imported and therefore the shanks cannot be guaranteed in the same way as a Butron plastic button, which are made entirely in Australia under our own supervision and from our own raw material. They're glorious. I reckon they'd be, what, 50s, 60s? Oh, that was very good. Didn't even realise they were glass until now. See, these are Butron, but they're not glass. The all-purpose button. Always matches, never clashes. They boil, they dry clean. Hot irons cannot hurt them. Your beautiful Butron Opal Glow buttons are carefully and scientifically manufactured from the finest materials obtainable to ensure that they retain their iridescent loveliness. It is recommended that they be treated with the same care that you give your quality fabrics. Ask for the new Butron cardigan button with the backing disc. Prevents pulling through the finest wool. So there you go. And then I got those as well. Should go and see if there's any more. Some fabrics. I wonder if I could, thinking out loud now, just wondering if I could make some fabric flowers to put on there. I just spotted another vintage yo-yo that I think might work a bit better. Oh, it's a beautiful colour. I love the colour of this one. Look at the back of it. That doesn't work, does it? That's probably why I didn't put it on there. No, that's not going to work. I don't know, I just feel it needs something else. I can't work it out yet. I'm just looking in my little box here where I've got some threads. Some lovely jubbly threads. Okay, I thought I had some of these down here. They're all the way down the bottom, underneath all of the things I've got. Ah, now I'm making a mess in the basket. I know you guys can't see, I apologise for that. Okay, this is what I was, not, they're too big. I've got these, they're just not going to work, are they? I can't even get you in the bloody shot. I think they're too big. It's a nice colour though, with that. I'm just not, it needs something else and I can't work it out. Ho hum. I don't know what I'm thinking. It just feels like it needs something else. They don't work, do they? That's the same fabric I've done I'm doing the lining. Not impressed. I just don't know, it's just not, I just can't seem to pull it together. No. Not liking that. I'm actually thinking these daisies, to be honest. I don't want to cut them. Don't have much choice, do I, if I want to do that though. I'm wondering now why I put this rogue hexagon up there. It just feels a bit odd now. I reckon I can put, that might work. I think I could put those on. But before I do that, I might finish stitching this down. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? My poor basket is so full again. I can't. How come when you take things out you can never ever get them to fit back in the way they were? How the heck did I fit all that in there? I might have to go in there for now. Right, needles. Check this out. I had this container for years. I think it came from Nan's. It was either Nan's or my uncle's. One of them uncle's. Little plastic container. I was just wondering what it was. I've worked it out, I think. Supreme Office Supplies Proprietary Limited. When you turn it over, it says black and red, light, medium, Olympia. I'm wondering if it used to house a typewriter tape. That wouldn't work though, would it? Because you'd have to have... No, that wouldn't be that. Wouldn't work. You'd have to have two circles. I haven't noticed that crack in it before. Now I can't open it. What is going on here? Is there a button stuck in there? Why is that cracked like that? What's going on? Oh, there was a disc stuck in it and it cracked it. What a bug. Although that crack does look quite old actually. Maybe it, no, I was going to say maybe it originally had pins in it. So what got stuck in it was not that one because that's got a bottom on it. It was a head off a tack that had snapped off. Okay, this hasn't been very helpful or educational or anything, is it? Let's get back to doing something. The other thing with this, I've been trying to do it all by hand. Let's go back out so... Oops, I can't see a darn thing now. I'll do that and then you guys won't be able to see. Oh, oh shit, my leg's going to sleep and I just dropped a basket of stuff. Come here, you buffhead. Oh. I bought this out, I auditioned this to stitch on it too. Someone's cut it off a doily. It was probably had a linen centre in it, but I just didn't like it, so we went with that one. And I also had auditioned these, that one to stitch on somehow, and it just didn't do it for me. And oh, I'm sorry, I'm putting, I don't mean to, but it's how this seat's set up. I'm putting all my weight on the front of my foot and it's quite painful. So I also auditioned this one, but it didn't do it for me either. Oh, crikey. So, I was stitching this, wasn't I? This is where I was up to. I've just put in some neon in this flower with highlight. I don't know if I like it. I might unpick it all. And then, as I said earlier, my brain tells me if I have this neon here and the other neon around the hexagon that I have, I've got to put another pop of neon somewhere and make a triangle. Some of the traffic's noisy around here. I was going to show you some of my treasures from my treasure container. My linen treasures, or some of them. Ones that I just don't want to part with. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm not doing a very good job of this. I'm just doing a back stitch. See, that's not even on the bloody edge there. It's jumped into the middle because I can't see what I'm doing. I think I've left them inside in my handbag. I have. Oh, that's all over the shop. I might have to undo that. Yeah, maybe not. Holy durly. Miles away. Get in the right spot, for goodness sake. I don't want to do my stitches that big. What's going on? Times like this you realise how bad your eyesight really is. That stitch is a bit ginormous. No, that's not. That's not a good look. Let's undo that. Oh, really? What have I done? That wasn't supposed to happen. Crikey, that's why it looks so big. It's gone from one strand to two. Oh my goodness me. Not that one. Oh, there we go. So, I want to undo that. Oh, there's fluff in that. What's that? In the eye of the needle. So I'm just undoing these wonky stitches because that will drive me nuts. Is that a tiny one in there? Crying out loud, what have I done? What a mess. I can see better in the dark in bed this morning, I think. Oh. I tell you what, I hate to go back and look at some of these stitches in the background because I just sat up, as I said, and stitched until about 7:30 a.m. this morning. I was on a mission. That one's got to come out too because it's in the wrong spot. Okay, that should be right to go now. This must be very boring. I bet this won't thread because it's all daggy. Oh, egg. Snip the tip off. Oh man, I go cross-eyed trying to thread these, especially without my glasses on. I had a little quilter's needle I've been using. I got to a point this morning where I could not thread it. I sat there for over an hour trying to thread one bloody needle. Split that again. This is driving me bonkers. Okay. I cannot see. Hang on guys, I'm going to pull it closer to my face. Ah, got it. I got it. Okay. Listen to that rain. I'm going to get wet, I think. Holy dooly. I feel like I've just gone in the same hole. You probably can't even hear me. There's the rain. Wow, that's way off. think I've just stitched that in the same bloody spot, you know, in the same hole. Oh, I'm getting wet. Pouring. What's that dripping on? It's bloody noisy, isn't it? Let's have a look. Well, I think this might be a bit fruitless now, guys. Apart from the fact that I'm getting wet, I was going to show you some treasures. Got this. I think I've had this for years. I've got more. I've got a big hanky box. It's massive. It was an old timber cutlery box and it's got my hankies in it, but I can't fit them all in. It's not big enough. Hang on. The gutters are overflowing, so it's hooking back under the gutters now onto the veranda, and everything's getting wet. And that noise was the watering can, the water dripping on the watering can. So I might have a little bit of more time left to show you some of my treasures. This is one of the, is it Venetian? It's not Venetian. Point de Grosse, I can't remember. This is one that I'm keeping in my collection because it's a bit unusual. It's got these extra, look at that detail in there. It's beautiful. This one's a bit different. So again, these are my special collection, my keepers. These are my keepers. I just thought I'd show you some of my special pieces. This damask, it's just a napkin, but how glorious would that be in a needle book? This little one here, every time I come across it, I think it's a pillowcase, but it's actually a little supper cloth. Look at that. I'm not going to open it all the way up. Isn't it pretty? Little supper cloth. That should be in my tablecloth collection, that one, not in that. Some of them are a bit mixed up. Now, I don't remember what this is. I bought this, I think, years ago. I think I bought it at the craft fair. It needs a clean. It's got this, it's like calico lining, or I'm pretty sure it's cotton, like calico. But then up this end it's got these bits where you can put like a rod or something through there from one side to the other. It's a bit longer than a tray mat. But then when you turn it over, you've got this Japanese fabric. This is the end that you could put a rod through, or a belt or something. And then there's this pocket So I don't know what it's for. If you know what it is, let me know, because I don't know. It's Japanese fabric, so I'm assuming it's something Japanese. I don't remember why I bought it. I keep thinking it would make a great needle book of somehow, but the pocket just doesn't sit in the right spot to do. Yeah, anyway, I don't know what that is. I've had it for years. Oh, these are some precious ones I'm hanging on to. It's a supper cloth. And then I've got a yellow one. Yellow supper cloth. This was still in its original packaging, this one. And matching napkins. This is a beautiful piece of linen. I love linen pieces, so I've got quite a few of these. I think this is actually a fingertip towel, a guest towel. I've got all my guest towels are in another box. But look at this. These are newer ones, so they're not all put away where they should be yet. Isn't it beautiful? So beautiful linen fingertip towel, a guest towel. These are placemats, and I've put one of these in one of my needle books already. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Embroidered linen. These are all hand embroidered, mind you. It's all done by hand. And someone's gone and made full sets of them. They've probably stitched hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them, to be honest. So I've only got 3 of those left. Another pretty damask, and I don't know why I've got odd ones of these damask napkins. But I reckon these would be really good in a needle book. Trying to see if there's actually a pattern in there. Like, is it flowers or is it just a pattern? I love this one. Look at that. That's very cool. Then I've got these precious little, I'm pretty sure I've got a larger set of these as well. Look at that. Someone's crocheted that. Isn't it stunning? How good would these be as pockets or something in needle books? Oh, get out of the way. Maybe I haven't soaked these. I mustn't have. No, these are newer ones again. Again, I thought these would be good for needle books. I think these are from my aunt, these ones. I can't remember now. I should take notes, shouldn't I? Okay, now I've got I'll be here forever showing you these. What is it? Like a toaster cover or an appliance cover made out of linen. Don't know what appliances that would fit these days. And I love these. Imagine that as a page in a needle book. Isn't it beautiful? All hand stitched. I reckon they'd be fabulous in needle books. I've kept a couple of these. Look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? Again, all hand embroidered. And then I've kept one of these for myself. I had a few of those. I think there might be one. Yeah, no, I don't know now. This should be with my sandwich tray cloth. Look at this sandwich tray cloth. Isn't it beautiful? couple of smaller linen ones. Another beautiful linen. Look at that. It's a tray cloth. It's absolutely gorgeous. Someone's done all that by hand. It's very delicate, that one. And here's the other breakfast cloth I was telling you about. I love this one. I was so excited. I thought I was excited enough as it was when I found it. It's got Good Morning on it, and it's got the pretty roses. Look at those flowers. And then the teacup down the corner. And it took me days to realise that it's actually a pocket for your napkin. I was so pleased with that one. So that one's staying in my... Here's another one for my Australiana collection. Some blue wrens. Look at them. Aren't they sweet? So we've got Australian native birds, but I don't think they're native flowers on there, but it's still very pretty. And then, I could be here honestly all day showing you guys these. Look at this. I'm in an iron whether to move this on. I don't know if it's I think it's a supper cloth. It does have wool in it. It's a wool blend. It's got the most amazing hand embroidered flowers all over it. Look at that. But it's got quite a few moth holes in it, and I'm wondering whether to repurpose it. I don't know. It's got beautiful embroidery on it. It's heavy. I reckon it could even be worn as a shawl, to be honest. Someone little, I don't think it would fit me very well. Okay. This one I've been contemplating putting it in a textile kit. Look at the shimmer on that. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, here we go with some sandwich tray cloths. Remember I said to you only a couple of months ago I only owned about 2 or 3, maybe 4. This one's a bit threadbare, but look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? So there's 2 there. Well, they're both linen, but that one's hasn't got the embroidery on it. Number 3. Look at that. I don't know what it is about these. I've loved these ever since I was a kid. 4. This one's beautiful, the embroidery on it. Number 5. Look at that. Let's look at this one. There's actually, I think they're actually bullion knots across the flower there, but look at, there's my fingers. Look how tiny it is. What number were we up to? Was it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6. This is beautiful stitching again too. Look at that. Wow. Number 6. Oh, this is beautiful too. Number 7. Number 8. It's still got a... Number 9. Number 10. This one, when I got it, was brown. And it was so dirty, you couldn't even see you could just see an outline. And I had no idea that there was green and pink hidden in there. It was so dirty. I should have taken photos because you wouldn't believe it. It's number 10. Number 11. Number 12. This one's a bit sad. It's very thin, but look at the embroidery. Number 13. Pretty sure I got this one from Nairi. Look at that. Number 14. This one's a bit of a different shape, but I'm including it. Number 15. She's a bit threadbare. Number 16. Number 17. Number 18. Number 19. Number 20. Look at the edge on that one. Love these ones. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. She needs a soak. 33. 34. 35. Not the same pattern as that one. It is too. Smaller, but look at this one's beautiful. 36. And I've got some in some of the needle books too that I don't know if they'll stay there yet or not. So for someone who didn't have many a couple of months ago, I'm starting to get a nice little collection there. I've got some more little lovely little pieces in my collection. Look at that. Just see if I can get that mark out. I've already soaked it, but sometimes they pop up again. Isn't that beautiful stitching? I don't know why I've hung on to these ones. They're not really beautiful, that one, is it? I love this one. Egyptian. Isn't it beautiful? Look at the lotus blossoms and the... I love that one. That's a new one, that one. The stitching's just absolutely exquisite on some of these. Look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? Getting into tray cloths now, so they're going to get harder to show you. Oh wow. And I've got quite a few of these in the needle book that I'm making as well. Oh, my feet. Crikey. I'm running out of room here. Look at this one. Hibiscus. Some of these are just stunning. I had this one listed a couple of weeks ago and there's no interest, so I've decided to keep her for now. She's beautiful. A lot of people don't seem to like these tone-on-tone ones, but look at that. How could you not love that? Look at that stitching. I wonder if I can lift this up higher to fit them in a bit better. I'm standing up now anyway. I just noticed a piece of my precious fabric on the floor. It's soaking wet. Fit that in a bit better now, can't I? Still can't fit them all this whole entire thing in, but it's a bit better. It's another tonal one. Look. How many times have I said, look at that, look at that? I feel like some big knots on the back of this one. I can feel them. But the stitching is beautiful. Oh, this one's pretty. This one's beautiful. Isn't that exquisite? Look at that. I can't get that and catch it in the light. This one's interesting. We've got this big tray cloth. Isn't it pretty? Those hankies keep getting in the road. Look at that. And then this one you'd think matches it, but it's got the same pattern, but it's a different coloured edging. The lace bit, the crocheted bit is different colour. This is folded in half. Isn't that pretty? Love them. I'm not even to the top level with the top of the lid yet. I love how they shimmer in the light. It's so pretty. They look quite different through the monitor. I can get a better picture of what they actually look like. It's funny. I didn't realise this one had a stain on it. She might have to go for a soak. Can't open it up. Look at that. Wow. Didn't notice that before. This is a Duchess set. There's the bigger one. And again, I'm only just starting to get my hands on some of these applique ones. These are lovely. I've gotten rid of so many of these, but they're so pretty. Oh, this has got violets. Obviously it's folded in half. This one was in an op shop. Every time I went in there, it was in the display cabinet underneath a piece of china, and I'd always ask if it was sale, and they'd say, oh no, I don't think so. And I asked every time I went in there, and they finally relented and said, all right, we'll sell it to you, but they tripled the price, like compared to all the other things, just so I could have that. That was an interesting day, that one. Thirsty work, guys. Here's another tone on tone. I love these. No one else seems to go for them if I bliss them. But they're beautiful. They're beautiful, beautiful quality linen and all hand stitched and cut work. That's a big one, that one, for a tray cloth. These are always pretty too. Look at that. These were really big. My mum said she can remember buying these in Chinatown when she was a young lady before she got married. She said they were all in the windows in the shops in Chinatown, and the supper cloths that were embroidered the same way. And I remember seeing them when I was a kid. My aunts and uncles had them. And they seem to be popping up everywhere, but they are still all hand embroidered. Some of them are machine embroidered, but this one's a hand embroidered one. This is a pretty little tray mat. I won't open it all the way because it's only got this in one corner. What do they? I'd say they're violets and is it lily of the valley? They're quite pretty. It's got a red mark on it, that one. See the little red? Oh, look at this. It's got a stain on it too, I'll have to say. This is a newer one. I think I've shown you. Look at that. That's exquisite. Someone's done all that by hand. That's all pulled and withdrawn thread work. Pulled thread work. That's incredible. There's a hell of a lot of work in that. It's amazing. It's heavy too. Don't know what this fabric is, but it's very pretty. I don't know what it is. Is it gabardine? Don't know. I'll have to. For some reason, I've forgotten what a lot of fabrics are. That part of my brain seems to have disappeared. Here's another tonal one. It's quite delicate, this one. It's got stains on it too. I can't see them inside. That's how bad the lighting is inside. And it's overcast here today, and I can still see them better out here than... This is all hand embroidered. And that edge is done by hand. Hand crocheted edge. Look at this pop mat. I love it. I bought this a few months ago and forgot about it. Isn't it glorious? Love it. Okay. I've got to stop showing you guys because we're going to be here forever. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Oh. Absolutely glorious. That's just a bit of silk. Don't worry about that. It's not a stain or anything. Still can't fit them in the screen, can I? Oh, I love this one. Oh, it's got stains on it too. Geez, I'm slack. I haven't done these very well. Look at that. don't often see this. Well, I think this is the first time I've seen this green colour. And the flowers are a bit different. They're all hand embroidered, and these ones are linen. Most of the cream ones I've come across are cotton, but these are linen. Here's another Duchess set. Very pretty. Every time I see another one, I think, oh, they're so pretty. It's got stains on it too. Aren't they gorgeous? I don't often like these autumnal tones, but it's so pretty. This one's a funny one. I listed this and then I decided to keep it. So we think it's punch embroidery. The other side, that's the back, but that's pretty cute. Another one of these sets. It's not a whole set. It's got stains too. Geez, I've missed a lot, haven't I? This is a table runner. I've had this one for a while. She's worn. She's quite long, that one. This one, I came across, this was the first piece I found in this op shop. And I picked it up because I thought, A, it's an unusual colour and it's an unusual doily. So I picked that one up. Months and months later, it would have been 6 months later, I found this one in the same op shop. Slightly different colour, but the rest of it's the same. It's just a different size. So that one came home, and then another bloody 6 months later again, I found this one, little one. How cool is that? So they're all discovered at different times. Here's another one of those little. This one's a lot neater than the blue one we saw earlier. This one is does this see it? Yeah, this is a pillowcase, and it's even got a French laundry label on it. F.E. Francis Edward, that was my uncle's name. This isn't his though, this came from somewhere else. These are my favourite blue, there's only one in here. I've been using these in my needle books. I bought these from my cousin's shop. Isn't that beautiful? Here's another one of these ones. I didn't realise I had so many in here. It's got a stain on it. More of these tonal ones. I might stop now. The tub is still quite full. But if I don't stop, we're going to be here all day, and I'm sure you're getting quite bored of looking at these. There's only so many you can look at in one day, I'm sure. And I think I've shown a lot of these before. I've got a lot of new ones. That's why I thought I'd show. A lot of these pieces are new pieces. I need to whittle this down even further, so I still can't decide which pieces are going to go, but there will be some more that have to move on. I can't keep them all. Not before I move anyway. Maybe after the move I can start collecting again. It's taken me years to get this collection. I started collecting when I was, previously I've said 15, but then I remembered, I reckon probably 8, 7 or 8 I think I've started collecting. And yeah, it's taken me many years to build this up. And then I've got to try and decide, most of these, well, these days, most of them I collect to use in textile collages and things, but I find it very hard to cut them. I'm just squishing my poor little pansies accidentally. I'm just putting all these back in the box. I'm sure you've probably worked that out, because you know what will happen if I don't. Not that they fit in the box anymore. Jeez. Gee, one of these need a good soak. I've got some in soaking now that I'm going to, hopefully, I was hoping to post them today. And I know I said, if you were watching, I said I wasn't going to post anymore for a couple of weeks, but then I keep finding bits as I'm packing orders and tidying up, so I keep saying, oh, I'll just put that up, I'll just put that up, and I found some more today, so I probably should keep them for later, to do later, but I want to get them out of the way as I'm going, get them out of the house, you know, or they just go back into the abyss, don't they? Oh, you may not all be like me, but if I don't move them when I think of it and get them out, they just keep getting stacked up and tucked away again on an endless cycle of packing up and putting away. It's crazy. All my sandwich tray cloths, try and split them in half maybe. I usually lay them all out very one at a time, so I don't end up with a great big lump on there. There's my little blue wrens. Did I show you? I think I did. I think I might have shown it in the last video. That amazing tablecloth I got with all the Australian coins on it. And all the cottons came with it and everything. It's incredible, beautiful, big, great big linen tablecloth. It's just delightful. It's stunning. I don't know what else to say. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry, this must be incredibly boring. But if I don't tidy them up now as I go, I'll lose them, I'll drop them, I'll get them dirty, I'll get them muddled up, you know. I've got to do it as I go. If nothing else, for my sanity. Right. That should be with the other damask. Crikey. So much here. And they can go back in there, because I'm not going to use them in my stitching now. I'm not even going to start showing you that other stuff today. That's crazy. So I'd really like to try and finish this tonight, but yeah, it really took a turn. It was not the plan to do all this. I'm still thinking these flowers might look good on there. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope I didn't bore you too much with all my drivelling. Gosh, I've got some stuff out here today. I don't know what else to say or show at the moment, because we'll be going forever. I have dragged a hell of a lot more stuff out here than what I've shown you, but it's getting very cold too. The sun's going down. I want to show you my pansies again. I know I keep showing them, but they're so pretty. Look at that. Aren't they glorious? I wonder if I can I actually brought them to put in the garden. They've been sitting up here for weeks. And I only bought 2. I should have bought more than 2 because they're so pretty. Can you tell purple's my favourite colour? They actually look black. They're so cool. This guy needs some water. I've got another pretty one over there too, another purple one, but it's not as dark. Anyway, I'm going to go, guys. Thank you for joining me. I hope I didn't bore you too much. Again, I do this every time. I plan on coming on and doing some stitching, then I get so distracted and waylaid. My kids have been telling me lately that I've got ADHD, and I said, oh, do you not have it? I've looked it up, and maybe I do. I just can't. I've got so many of the bloody symptoms, it's mental. Anyway, thank you for joining me again. I hope you enjoyed watching. I didn't really show or teach anything today, so I just hope you enjoyed watching my new stuffs. I don't know what you'd call them. My new treasures and my... That's not a very good view, is it? And my babbling on about stuffs. But yeah, thanks guys, and I'll catch you next time. Hopefully it won't be as long in between videos. I was doing them quite regularly, and I've just gotten so busy, it's crazy. So yeah, anyway, thanks again, and I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you for joining me.